Hi guys. Today I'm changing up a little bit by doing a video on 8-time Ms Olympia Lenda Murray. Now this may be the only video I do on women's bodybuilding for a few reasons. One is the Ms Olympia no longer exists in the particular format of bodybuilding as such. I didn't like the way the sport was going in with the retirement of Lenda, and so I stopped following it. And the third reason is I'm wary of how some of my comments about women's bodybuilding may well come across as being sexist. Anyway, here I go. Lenda first won the Ms Olympia in 1990. She defeated 6-time Ms Olympia champion Cory Everson, with Bev Francis behind them. And at the time, I was honestly not that pleased with the outcomes. I really liked Cory Everson's physique. She had really balanced, athletic-looking physique. She wasn't overly muscled, but she definitely had muscle. And Francis came from a powerlifting background, if you know her, Australian lady, and brought in a much more heavily muscled physique for the time. Now, Lenda seemed to be the compromise of the two. She still was muscular, but not to the level of Francis, but probably more so than Everson. And it was very symmetrical. Lenda would go on the win, could continue to win the Ms Olympia until 1995. She didn't go without being challenged though, as Bev Francis pushed her really closely in 1991, losing by only 1 point. In 96, Lenda came in second to Kim Chevesky, and this seemed to be a transition to a different type of physique. Chevesky was, to me, a lot more heavily muscled and defined, ripped than Lenda. And after coming second to Chevesky, sorry if I'm getting this name wrong, in 1997, Lenda retired from the Ms O stage. So she had won 6 Ms Olympias at that point. Now in 2002, Lenda came out of retirement and won the Ms O again, and then went on to win again in 2003. I don't know her motivations for that, but it was a good thing. Now, she seemed a lot bigger too. I don't know if it's just better quality pictures or whatever, but she seemed to bring a bigger, more muscular physique while still being quite feminine and still keeping her good lines. In 2004, Lenda came second to Iris Kyle, and then she called it quits for good. And Iris went on to win a billion Ms Olympias. But I didn't like her physique, and I'm not being critical of her. I just didn't like it, so I sort of stopped following the sport. Now Lenda had a really good physique, superb. She seemed to perfectly balance muscularity and femininity. If I was going to be critical though, I'd say her calves were a bit high and a bit small, not that particularly impressive, but other than that there was really nothing to fault. Her upper leg development was brilliant, a really good shape, really good separation in both front and side poses. Her back development was exceptional. She had really good separation and really good development in all the muscles there. Great width, and so that great width of her back with her just fantastic shoulder development, combined with her super tight waist, which was really small, sweeping quads, gave her a really perfect X-frame. Her front and rear lat spreads are just class of themselves. I reckon they're more or less the signature poses. Shoulder development, you know, I'll just touch on that again. It's something I just remember really clearly about her physique. It's just amazing. They were like 2 large baseballs on each shoulder. They were just so round and perfectly shaped. Now, her conditioning, I really liked conditioning. She came in hard, but she didn't seem to come in granity granity hard, but definitely enough to really show vascularity, muscularity, good separation, but still have a nice fullness and softness about a muscle. Now this is a point where I probably walk the line a little bit, as I rarely comment about this in male bodybuilding, but I consider part of Lenda's appeal was her physical beauty. I don't think in first win, what is that, 1990, 1991, she really had her style worked out, but once she did, pulled the hair off her face, she's a very attractive lady. And while many of the female competitors started to have a manly appearance, even in contest shape when she got the death face, she was still very attractive and feminine. For me, that's really gives her a good commercial aspect to her physique and her way with. She was an intelligent lady, so she was eloquent with the way she spoke, very nice, respectful of everyone else, and got a very high following because of that. Now, I don't know if that appearance, that attractiveness had any part in her placings, and it shouldn't really, but look, I certainly favoured her look over others. Now, I followed bodybuilding quite strongly. I followed from Rachel McLeese through to Carla Dunlop, Cory Everson, and then on to Lenda Murray. I sort of drifted away from it after that because I just didn't like the physiques, but also I was getting frustrated with the inconsistencies, and I'm sure this was bothering the contestants as well as the people watching it. And this was more so in the 90s, early 2000s, I think, because there's people getting marked down for having either too much muscle, not enough muscle, coming in too hard, too soft. But it seems to be vary all the time, and I think these unclear guidelines were really destroying the sport. And in the end, the decision was made to reduce women's physiques in size by 20%, and that's pretty much effectively killed the Ms Olympia, because a lot of physiques just can't do that, and so there was just went into more physique type competitions. To me, Lenda Murray represented the perfect balance of what the sport and gender should represent, and cemented her place as one of the great Olympians. Look, she's still active today. You can find her on YouTube and Instagram and that sort of thing. She's 54 and about a half. She looks super fit and healthy, and because she now doesn't have a death face about her, she doesn't look aged a bit in the last 10-12 years. She looks really good, seems to be loving life. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Ms Olympia Lenda Murray. Thanks. Any comments, let me know.